I didn't die. Okay, people. I had to run some errands, so I thought I would take you with me. First step is groceries because I've been eating out too much and I can't afford it. So I made a grocery list of everything that I'm going to be getting. It's literally just pasta, but we don't have to talk about that. I have to figure out a way to incorporate vegetables into my diet. We will get there. I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna pick out a vegetable and I'm gonna figure out how to make it. I'm just gonna figure out how to make it, and the vegetable can't just be spinach. Because I always just go for spinach. Maybe I can like steam some broccoli, you know. I usually munch on bell peppers for no reason. Either way, I need a vegetable. Okay? I haven't had any. So there's that. And I have nothing else to say. I'm just going to take you with me. We're going to go grocery shopping. Oh, do you want to see my really cute Notion page, first of all? This is how I meal plan. It's sad because once you actually look at what I have, one of the items should not just be sleep, but we're going to ignore that. Either way, we're going to do this. Let's go. Do this quickly before any of my flatmates come. But this is my grocery haul. Sourdough bread, salmon, cherry tomatoes, I think this is arugula, pasta, green grapes, feta, goat cheese, and green juice. And I needed floor wipes for my dorm. This is the grocery haul. My one measly shelf in the fridge. This is everything. This is everything for my groceries. And then I have these 3 things on the door: butter, jam, and my green juice. But yeah, this is all the space I get. So there's that. And of course, this is the freezer. And this is my drawer. I have dumplings, a frozen pizza just in case I'm lazy, and ice cubes. I'm rewarding myself with going grocery shopping with going out and getting lunch. I hope you can hear me. It's pretty loud out right now. And can you see that? This is just one juicy half of the sandwich. Oh my gosh. Okay. I swear I leave this room. I feel like I'm always reporting live from this room. But I had a week, and it's not even over yet. It's Wednesday. I had a week, and it's only Wednesday. That's when you know it's just bad. I grabbed Bubbles here for emotional support because I've been going through it. And, you know, assignments are starting to pile up. I'm slowly realizing just how much work I have to do, which is a lot. I have to write like 8,000 words. I have 2 finals that are due in December, which are, oh, that's not bad. Yes, but each of them has to be roughly 4,000 words, which is 16 pages each. And I have to start that immediately unless I want to be drowning in work in like late November. So I need to start writing and researching yesterday. So I realized that I have to get the ball rolling. And let me explain to you first where the tea started, right? So in my classes, I have this thing called ALGs. They're small groups that you have to get into and meet outside of the class time to discuss the readings, which is already terrible on its own, because why don't we just discuss the readings in class? But no, we have to get together outside of class time, coordinate amongst ourselves, and discuss the readings, and then post what we talked about on a discussion board, and then we go to class. So my ALG group fell apart twice because one girl dropped out. Love that for her. And then another girl left the class because she had some struggles in the class. She had some animosity with her ALG group, so she moved to my ALG group with this other girl. But then she's like, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore, I'm just leaving. And I was like, you know what, I love that for you too. And I didn't even know you could do that. So when I asked her, I was like, hey, we can switch groups, because the group that I have meets at 9 a.m. And I hate morning classes, so if I could switch to an afternoon class, that would be great. She said yeah. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do that. And so I applied to switch to the afternoon class. And then here's where the tea comes in. My tea. Because now the ALG group that I'm in has only 2 people, me and this other girl, me and this other girl, me and this other girl. And which is fine. We've been coordinating. We had 2 people drop out of our group, so it's just me and her. And I was like, that's fine, whatever. So the first week, when it's just me and her, she goes out of town, and I'm like, hey, like, how are we gonna coordinate? Like, we can do like a video, we can figure things out. I'm like, you can just write your notes and you can send it to me, and I can add some things to it and I can post it, because we have to take turns on who posts and who take notes, right? So she took notes the last week, so it's my turn now. Fast forward to her never contacting me, and she only sent me her notes 10 minutes before the post is due. So the post has to be sent in to the discussion by 3 p.m. on a Thursday, and no later than that. And she sent me her notes at like 2:50. And I was like, girl, I've already written it. I already wrote everything. So I don't know what to tell you. But me being me, I was like, hey, she still tried to contribute, she still tried. So in my head, I'm like, I wrote the whole thing, but I put both of our names on it. Because I was like, she tried to send me her notes. It was just like 10 minutes before. But she was out of town and she was super apologetic. And I was like, fine, like, don't worry about it. I wrote it, I put both of our names on it, and I submitted it. Fast forward to the next week when it's her turn to take notes. Like, it is now her turn. And we hop on a call because she's out of town again, which is fine. And she's sick. So I was like, don't even worry about it. Like, we can hop on a video call. We can do like a little Zoom, like a Teams meetup. And we're on the call for like an hour, right? We're just chatting. We're discussing the material. It's a really good, really productive conversation. We're going back and forth. And she's taking notes because it's her turn. And then she uploads it. And I was like, okay, great. There's no big deal. And then I see that my name isn't on it. And I was like, oh, that's strange. She must have just forgot. So I messaged her. And I was like, hey, thank you so much for taking the notes, but I saw that I said our names are on it, but she posted, so her name's already on it. So I was like, I saw that my name isn't on it. Like, can you just, add me in? And she ghosted me. And I was like, oh, okay. What's this? What's going on? And then so I meet up in class, and we're all talking and we're discussing, what everyone posted, and the professor keeps going like, oh, well, yeah, and like what in the ALG post, da 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 da. And I was like, first of all, that point wasn't that point was mine. That point was mine. So, hello? And she's just sitting there not saying a word. And so I have to raise my hand and be like, oh, hey, so myself and this other person were in the ALG group together. And I brought up that point and this and this and this and this. I had to play it off. And the professor's like, oh, thank you so much, Sarah Marie. That's a good point. Can you expound on this? I'm like, sure. Da, 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 da. But the whole time she's sitting there saying nothing. I was like, okay, so not only did you not put my name on the report, when you were confronted in class about your ALG response, which was our ALG response, you still didn't clarify? Huh? Huh? And then I would be in the wrong if I slapped the taste out of her mouth. But no. No. I have to take it all in stride, apparently. But no. No, I don't, because there's a new development. The new development meaning is that, you remember when I said that I applied to be in a later class? Yeah, so I wasn't hearing anything back, and it was 3 weeks. It's been 3 weeks, okay? So I was like, oh, I haven't heard anything. So I emailed the professor whose class I would be going into. And I was like, hey, I submitted for a course change, like a time change, so I'll be in your class instead. It has yet to be approved, but is it okay if I just sit on your class? I was like, I see nothing wrong with that, right? Fast forward to yesterday when I get a response and he's like, hey, actually, we don't recommend changing courses this late in the term because it can mess with ALG groups and the class dynamic. Hope you can make the best of it. And I was like, huh? Hello? What? That's so strange because I know a girl who literally just transferred to your class like 2 weeks ago. So what do you mean? What do you mean that it's not a good idea? I'm like, I already did it. I already applied. And then right after that email that I got another email from my professor from the 9 a.m. class being like, hey, I just approved your class change, but would you mind coming to my office so we can have a little chat? I was like, oh, so the world's ending and everything's on fire? Got it. Got it. So that happened back to back, and that may not seem like a big deal to others, but to me, I crashed out. I was walking to class, and I almost turned right back around. I was like, you know what, the day's over. But I still went to class, and people kept staring at me. I'm like, can you tell that my eyes are dead? Can you tell that I'm not even present in class right now? Like, my mind was just not there. I was actually having an anxiety attack while I was in class. While I was in class. I'm like, can you tell that my face is bright red and my ears are on fire? And there's tears in my eyes. I had so much work to get done, so I was like, you know what, just go to the library, you'll be fine. You can calm down after class is over. No, I went to the library and I cried in the bathroom. Yep, I cried in the library, and then I was like, this is the worst day of my life. Probably didn't help that I hadn't eaten and I was exhausted. So I came back to my room, I ate something, and I took a nap. I woke up and the world didn't seem quite so bleak afterwards, but it's still not great. Either way, that professor who told me not to do the course change because it'll mess with class dynamics, I'm like, I'm so sorry because it already got approved. So he may not like me very much. He had to shuffle around ALG groups the week or two prior because another girl came to class. But he can do it again. I was just angry and embarrassed and upset and anxious, all because life was happening and it wasn't even that big of a deal, and it probably still isn't a big of a deal, but I will navigate that on my own. Anyway, it's only Wednesday. All that happened Monday and Tuesday, mainly yesterday. So that's why Bubbles is here. Yes, I cried in the library. Yes, assignments are piling up and I'm feeling overwhelmed. Yes, I'm navigating campus life and it's not what I expected it to be. I can't really say that I like it. I'm not used to being at a PWI anymore. And I'm in the trenches. I'm in the trenches and I'm not okay. but I will be okay in the near future. Anyway, I'm gonna write a paper because I have another paper due tomorrow. Have I started it? No. Will it get done? Absolutely. Will it get done now? Probably not. I do my best work at night, and I say that when it's like 12. It's noon. And I will put this off for as long as I possibly can, but it will get done. It will always get done. Oh my gosh, that's another thing, bro. I forgot. Oh, my friend. And we were talking about rooms, right? And I was like, okay. And turns out everyone's room is ginormous. And I live in a shoebox. And we were just going around seeing everyone's rooms. And I was like, oh, I'm getting the feel that mine is just I live under the stairs. I live in a crawl space under the stairs. Call me Harry Potter because what? I saw everyone else's room and I was sick. I was sick. I was like, you expect me to live in this tiny, tiny room? I already have suitcases. One's right here, one's over there because they can't fit under my bed. So I've had empty suitcases just in the middle of my room. And I was like, well, we all have to deal with this, right? Being in such a tiny, cramped space and there's no storage and you can't fit it under your bed. So I have roommates actually, and they're my suitcases just out in the open, only to realize I have the smallest room known to man. I quite literally live in a closet. And I was like, I'm sorry. What? What do you mean? Everyone's room is huge. It's huge. And I'm over here living in squalor, living like a peasant in a shoebox. What do you mean? I was sick. Mind you, we're all paying the same amount in rent. So how can I be paying this much amount in rent and I live, huh? I'm sorry? I'm not I don't understand. Like, what do you mean? We're all paying the same amount and their rooms are huge? My rent should be $500. No. Like $350. Because that's the size of this room. Right? That's the size of this room. That my rent should not be as much as it is. My rent should be like at the most, like max 400. Because what do you mean? I need someone to explain. So I wrote an email. It wasn't very nice. It was professional, but it wasn't exactly dazzling. I was like, hey, so I'm living with my suitcases in a crawl space, and I'm paying this amount in rent, and my accommodation is not matching my peers. It is not matching my peers, and so like, okay, yeah, sure. Like, we only have one other room available in this huge lot, in this huge accommodation. We only have one room. I don't believe you. I don't believe you because one of my friends said that 2 rooms were empty in her flat. Huh? And so she gave me this one flat number. And I was like, okay, like, can I view it before I move in? And she was like, no, we don't have enough staff for that. I was like, does that make sense to you? Does that make sense to not even see the room I'm about to move into? Does that make sense? I was like, well, I'm not moving into a room unless I can see it first, because what if the conditions are even worse than what I have now? I thought that would be common sense. I thought that we would all be on the same page. And she's like, well, I don't know what to tell you. I was like, well, you have to tell me something different. You have to tell me something different. And so we went back and forth a little, and then she was finally, I wore her down. She was like, you know what? Okay, I understand your accommodation's small, barely any sunlight. And of course you would want to see the unit you would potentially move into first. I will have someone reach out to you. And I was like, thank you. Thank you so much. So we scheduled a viewing. And so I just came back from that this morning. I went on the viewing this morning. Tell me why that room was the same exact size as mine. Maybe even smaller. And I was like, oh. And it's the same size. and the layout is even worse. So you know what? I'm gonna stay where I am. I'm proud of myself for reaching out and trying to change my circumstances, even if I'm crying, screaming, and throwing up while doing so. So life hasn't been too keen lately. I've been dealing with some microaggressions in my 9 EM course, my ALG, which wasn't great. So, and then my room, finding out that it's super small, and the grass is in fact greener on the other side. But so I tried to change those two circumstances by moving into a bigger room and changing my class time. I advocated for myself and I'm proud of that, but I'm staying in my room because the other one was the same exact size. So what is the point of moving? And I tried to change classes for my better mental health and well-being, and the professor told me not to even bother trying. I just keep questioning why on earth I came here. Why did I come here? I'm the crash out queen. So far, I have cried more than I have ever. Like this, what? I have cried more in the past maybe 2 weeks than I have in like 3 years. So there's that. Everything's a process, right? Right? I've just been relying heavily on the friend group that I made here. I'm just questioning why I came here to this country as a whole. It's been interesting. I am on cloud nine. I'm so happy and I'm so energetic. Like, I'm vibrating. Like, I'm just so relieved. Like, I could do a dance. I could do a little dance. I'm so happy right now. I just came back from my professor's office hours where he told me that I had to go talk to him because I wanted to change my course. And, like, spoiler alert, I didn't die. I am alive. I'm here in the flesh and I'm just so happy. Like, we had a very good conversation. He's like, why do you want to like leave the class? Is it like, well, like, not like why, but like, he's like, you're completely valid in your reason, but is there anything I could have helped with, you know? And I was like, oh my gosh. And I advocated for myself. I spoke up for myself. Oh my gosh. I was like, my heart was beating so fast on the way there. I had to like take a minute and sit on the stairs to calm myself down. Living with anxiety is not for the weak, okay? Because my nervous system is always trying to launch me into orbit at every given moment. But here I am. Here I am, still alive, still kicking, and I'm moving my class. And it wasn't even hard. I spoke up for myself. I gave my reasons, and he was like, okay, like, I got you. And I was like, I can do hard things. I can do anything. I could eat the sun right now. I could. I'm on cloud nine. I'm feeling so good, so grateful, and hopefully this week will end better than how it started. And I'm here for that. I got goodies to reward myself. And also because the meal prep that I prepared at the beginning of the week has salmon in it, and I think I'm allergic to salmon. I have absolutely no proof of this other than the fact that I'm eczema prone and I've been having a really bad flare up, and I was like, is it because of the weather's getting colder? You know, like, what is it? Like, what is, my skin is just having a hard time right now. And I was like, maybe it's the weather, you know, like my detergent, you know, it could be anything, it could be water. But I think it's because of the salmon I've been eating and my body's rejecting it. So I had to go out and get new groceries because I can't finish eating my meal prep because I'm scared that I'm allergic to salmon, or like it's causing my flare up with my eczema. I don't know. So I have to ignore that. All my big girl planning for meal prep is just out the window and I had to start over. But that's okay. That is okay. It doesn't matter that I'm going to be eating ramen for dinner. Which, how is ramen not worse than salmon. Anyway, something is being rejected in my body in more ways than one. But anyway, I'm excited. I'm just happy, and I don't know, I no longer feel like I'm being hunted for sport. Oh my gosh. Anyway. Guys, I'm so tired, but I have to finish this paper because I have plans later tonight. No, I have to finish this paper because it's due at 4 p.m. today. So let's get started. I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad!
Oh my gosh. My proposal needs to be at least 500 words, and I'm stuck at like 390. Please, spare me. I need to lock in. Lock in. I'm finished. I finally finished it. So now it's time to submit it, and I will show you that. Let's go. I'm going to blur this out because I'm terrified of someone stealing my work. But this is 10 pages, all done. And the formatting is immaculate. I pride myself on my formatting. Okay, let's upload it. So this is the upload page. Upload submission. You can review it. Okay, everything looks fine. Submission complete. Done. Finally. The pop-up. There it is. Now I have to download my submission receipt. And that will be filed away. We're done. Yay! I love seeing that little green check mark. Okay, I'm popping in really quickly because I'm about to go out. I have been writing my paper all day, and I mean all day. I just came back from my ALG group where we discussed the readings and what we're going to be saying in class on Friday in our little mini presentation that we have to do every single week. So yes, a very busy, very academic filled day, but I'm about to have a break because it's my friend's birthday today. And we're going to Portobello Beach, and we're going to see fireworks, and we're going to probably get some food and have a good time. So I just got back from getting her some chocolates. I got her a birthday card and a little mini plant because she absolutely adores plants. Her whole entire dorm is filled with all these beautiful plants. And I have another friend who's bringing her cupcakes, and we're going to bring candles and wish her happy birthday while we're there. So that's going to be so fun, going out with some girls, which will be a very nice break from all of the writing I've been doing this week. It's just setting up for an even bigger influx of assignments and readings that I'm not looking forward to, but it's intensive. I signed up for this to get a master's in a year, so we have to buckle in. We're going to do it, and it's going to get done, and it's going to get done well. Anyway, so I'm going to bring you guys with me to the beach. So let's go. First, I'm going to sign this birthday card, though. Let's do that. I'm gonna bring this so other people can sign it too. Side note, I think I'm gonna put everything in this little Space NK bag that I got earlier this week. We're getting creative. It's a cute bag. It has a bow. I'll show you. Bear with me. This is reduce, reuse, recycle. I don't think the plant can really fit, but it ties. So I'm gonna tie a little bow. Actually, I don't want that to fall over. Okay. I have a really busy week, guys. Other than all of the assignments that I have been plowing through, I overbooked myself socially and I'm scared. I'm terrified. I'm gonna be so burnt out, but we need, it takes inconvenience to build a village, right? That's what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to this birthday thing. This is the actual day of my friend's birthday. And then we're going out with a bigger group of girls tomorrow night. We're going to sing karaoke, do all the fun stuff. That's with the whole group. Tonight is just a smaller group of girls, and we're celebrating on the beach. Tomorrow, big party. Then Friday, I'm going out to a pub. We're playing darts with a completely different group of friends. No, but it's not funny. It really is quite serious. I'm gonna hate myself with all the social things. And then I have class also on Friday. Where, yes, I switched seminars and I am enjoying this one a lot better, but this professor he pushes everyone to speak in class, which is a good thing. I'm getting my money's worth. I'm letting my opinions be known. It's a good thing. But it kind of can be a little mentally draining, just knowing that I have to speak up in class and I have to say articulate, well thought out things, which is fine. It's literally my job. I can do this. But yeah, just a lot of social interaction this week that I'm excited for, that I feel blessed for, but it can be mentally taxing in a way, only because I'm introverted. But I'm living for this. This is what I wanted, and it's an answered prayer, and I should be grateful. Okay, rant over. This is going to be the little gift I give her. How cute. Okay, now officially, I'm going to head out. I will see you guys there. Bye.
Let's pick a spot. Let's pick a spot. Give you a number. It'll be the 1, 2, or 3. Guy Fawkes. Happy Guy Fawkes.
bonfires lined up